Well, let's talk about World Superbike and Top Rock. Hat trick, right? It seems like Bulaga's riding in the best ride he's riding, but he seems like he's in his head the way he's riding a little bit. What are your thoughts on, what Top Rock is doing in World Superbike? And, it was pretty cool races this weekend. And I'll save it for you, Lewis. You'll talk about Sam Lowe and Alex Lowe's because one of them survived. What are your thoughts, DJ?
Yeah, I mean, Top Rock is he's ready. You can see he's just a standout right now. He's showing that he's unbeaten, and even from last year when he was off a couple of rounds, he was up by a lot of points and still came back to win. So he's just showing that he's ready, and to have the hat trick, I forget how many wins in a row he's had, but just to complete the weekend again.
One less than Marc Marquez. I think it's like 12 or something like that.
I feel for Bulaga. I feel for Bulaga. I mean, last time when we talked, we thought he had a shot of just keeping it close, but I think Top Rock's going to have it locked unless, something's wrong with the bike or, just a racing incident. But just to pull a hat trick again, and, Bulaga also second all the way around,
right?
Which is, the best he can do, At least he didn't get like a third or anything like that. It's like he did the best he can do. It's just, we talked about it. He wants to be that champion. I just don't think he's going to get it. Top Rock's just been amazing.
The best he could do. It was ugly too. He made some mistakes, but he fought back to get that second. So if he could have had a ride like Top Rock, maybe it might have been closer. TJ,
can he really ride like that, Top Rock?
No, you can't. It's a different style of riding. I love watching. I mean, it's a different style of riding, and he's a lot smoother rider. And the things have to be right, I think, for him to go fast.
I mean, he's doing better than Pekka.
I can go fast on any bike.
He's doing better than Pekka. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So what are your thoughts, Reese, on the races and the outcomes?
I mean, at the end of the day, I watch it and kind of like, all right, it's the same kind of players up front as Bulaga, it's Top Rock. Once I see Top Rock get like a decent sized gap, 5 seconds, 4 seconds, I'm like, all right, race is over. It's like it is what it is. No one's riding like Top Rock, and everyone, we sit here and we pray. Like, there's guys I hear all the time, they praise BMW for this and this and that. I'm like, and I always look at them, I'm like, can I ask y'all a question? When's the last time BMW been relevant? Never. And I'm like, they're like, oh, it's fast. No, Top Rock's fast, not BMW. Top Rock is fast. If you take Top Rock off, who wins? No one.
Yeah.
Nobody.
So
where's the other BMW?
It's a good question. Look, the other BMW is coming to Moto America.
Yeah,
that answers your question. So it's Top Rock. We're watching a guy in history that went from stunt riding to racing to can just do some incredible things on a bike, and they're trying to compare him to Marquez, and I'm like, yeah, I can see a little bit of it, but I'm like, he's in his own world.
Got you.
Bulaga just needs to step up.
Yeah, right. And before I move on to you, Lewis, Reese, do you think that Top Rock's riding style will suit MotoGP?
Yes and no, because I know the chassis are a lot lighter. They're a lot different. So he's going to have to get used to that chassis to be able to maneuver it like he wants to and move it around like he wants to. That chassis is so light, he's going to flick it in there and whoop, out he goes.
Okay. All right. That's what's up. Lewis, what are your thoughts on how the races went and, Top Rock and, let's talk about the Lowe's brother. Alex Lowe's proved you wrong this weekend. I don't know if it's enough to get out of the pond, but.
It barely proved me wrong.
Why you hate the brothers so bad?
I don't hate them. It's comical to me how, they're great riders. Obviously, they have a lot of talent. But I mean, they've been in the sport for a very long time. They've probably racked up the largest repair bill of any two siblings in the history of motorcycle racing, including the Marquez brothers, who also put a bunch. But they
win.
But they keep getting rides. Yeah, exactly. They keep getting rides. I know one gets a ride because he's married to the owner of the team, and the other one, again, incriminating photos of somebody. I don't know, but they keep getting rides, and good for them. I'm glad they keep racing. He got a double podium this weekend. His brother finished one race on the track, finished the other race in the crash truck. So a Lowe's brothers always, at least one Lowe's brother is going to put it in the bin each weekend, and this
Full
weekend
gas for nothing.
This weekend they didn't disappoint. So even they aren't on the podium.
What do you think about that Kawasaki motor and the new team? Because I mean, it's pretty impressive.
It's impressive. It's very impressive. I mean, it just goes to show how Kawasaki themselves must not be giving a damn where their motor on another frame is doing that good, but their own bike is a shitbox. Like it just shows that Kawasaki is just not invested in putting anything in that team. Because if somebody can take the motor out of your bike, put it in a different frame, in a different chassis, develop a couple of different parts and everything else, and be as good as Miyamoto is being, on the bike with that motor, and then Kawasaki can't even keep up with that bike. Like, what's going on, man? Like, Kawasaki should kind of a little bit be ashamed of themselves, man. I mean, they can be proud of the motor, but they can't be proud of themselves. The motor is great. It's just everything around the motor is not working. So why don't you invest the money? Why don't you put forth the effort? You obviously have a great bike. Yeah.
Ask Garrett that one.
Garrett would love to have any parts, anything. Develop me something. Dude, a foot peg. Give me a foot peg. At this point, I'll go faster with a better foot peg. And then on the Ducati side, Bulega is a great rider. He's a great rider. I think Ducati's biggest mistake this year was not moving to the new bike. I think staying with the old bike and thinking that they're going to get through the season with the old bike, with the new bike already available, and not bringing it to the market.
It's not available.
It's not.
The new R.
The R is not. Yeah.
So
that's the one. They have to use the R.
Yeah, it's 1,000 cc. The other one is 1,100.
Yeah, they should have brought that bike to market sooner, man. Because I think he's getting out hustled right now because BMW has the newest, latest, and greatest version of their bike, and he's still on the older bike that really is not getting into development because it's not going to be used next year. So it's like I'm kicking the can down the road for a year. I can't really do that much with it. I'm restricted to whatever the restrictions that were already on the bike are on the bike. And then BMW, they started the year with some struggles because this new bike didn't work out very well. And I guess they found their way. They got a ton of horsepower. They got a ton of agility, and the bike works great for a top rack. And whatever the bike doesn't have, top rack fills in that last 6-7% with his talent. And, I don't think Bulega is I think Top Rack will probably win the championship with 2 rounds left. At this point, just looking at the numbers and looking at the way that things are kind of progressing, I think with 2 rounds left, he'll probably walk away with the championship, unless something dramatic happens. Like I said in the last show, this is the Top Rack show. This is the Top Rack championship to lose. Bulega can do everything he can, but, he's still got to beat that guy in front of him. And Top Rack is just riding, man. Like I think he's the first Superbike in Magna-Cura history to do like a sub 135.
Yeah.
Like, that's fast, man. If you think about all the people that have been riding that track for all the years they've been riding it, that's an accomplishment. Anytime you break an all-time lap record at a track where the lap record, I think, is something like 6 years old or 7 years old, and the one sub 135, nobody's ever done it. So the dude is pushing like nobody's business. So let's see what happens when he comes to GP, man. I hope he can adapt. It's a different bike, but I'm sure, again, he knows how to ride a bike. He just needs to adapt to riding a new style of bike. Right. And we haven't seen a Superbike guy come over to MotoGP in a long time and make an impact. I mean, the last one was Ben Spies.
Crutchlow. He got one. He got
Did
some.
Crutchlow ever win a race?
Yeah, he won a race.
In the rain? Had to be in the rain.
He got on the podium in the rain, but I think he won a race.
In the rain.
I don't know if it was rain or not, but he got one.
Probably.
He was the rain.
Red flag.
Yeah, it was probably rain.
Might have been.
All right,
was rain.
the last Superbike guy to win in the dry was Ben Spies. So it'll be interesting to see what he can do, you know?
Yeah. We'll see. And you never know. Gonzalez might make it over, although he didn't race Superbike. He raced Super Sport.
Yep.
Honda got some stuff shuffling around. I think they thought, who did they think? I was going to say, I think they were hoping Zarco was going to Honda Superbike, but instead he stayed over. So now you got Samcat Cantra coming over on one of the bikes and Jake Dixon on the other bike. So, I mean, Chavi V8, Jack was last name. He's out of it, right? He has no seat at the moment.
He has no seat.
You know, what are your thoughts on what Honda is doing over there in World Superbike, TJ?
I mean, we can sum it up in one word.
Just watching. I mean, it's an interesting shakeup. It's an interesting shakeup. So, I mean, I don't know what the best fit would be for him, but I guess Chantra going to World Superbike is better than him being in MotoGP.
Well, yeah. I mean, they got rid of his seat. I mean, so he got no choice. But like, I mean, he's a nice guy and all. But I think they were pretty kind of. I mean, obviously, Iko Lukowono left. But like, they're gonna take a few years to. I mean, Jake Dixon. I mean, it's gonna take a few years, right?
A few years. Man, it's gonna take some time.
Yeah, right. It's so. I mean, can we make sense out of why Honda would pick? I mean, again, I can see Jake Dixon. But
Contra, I think is because the Asian market, and they probably wanted to keep him in the Honda fold. Mm-hmm. This is a big market. Where he's from is a very, very big market for Honda as a company and for the units that they sell there. So it's important to have some representation. So I think that's why, and they're giving him an opportunity. I mean, the guy knows how to ride. It's not like they're just giving him an opportunity because where he's from or anything like that. Yeah. And I think he might do better in World Superbike just because, looking back at the way he rode in Moto2 and the bikes in Moto2, even though they're different, I mean, I would compare Moto2 closer to a World Supersport and a World Superbike than a MotoGP bike. I think there's a big leap from a MotoGP bike back to a World Superbike. So I think he'll be in a little bit better position than where he was at now. It gives him an opportunity to help continue to work forward. Maybe he's a good development rider. Maybe there's something that Honda saw from his time on the satellite team where they were like, hey, this guy has a great opportunity here. He's a good development rider. He knows how to find issues with the bike. And I know Honda's working on making a new package and, developing some new stuff. So this is, again, an opportunity for them. The Jake Dixon signing, you know me, man. I'm not a huge Jake Dixon fan. I'm not leading the Jake Dixon fan club. I can see why they signed him. I mean, he's a little bit of a more mature rider. He's going to come with a little bit more experience and so forth. I think he's going to come with a little bit more fire in his belly because he didn't get that opportunity in MotoGP, but he's been a front runner in Moto2 for a long time. So now he's going to come over to the big pond, and if he does similar to what Bulaga did, coming from Moto2, coming from where he was at, I think he could do great. Again, the limitation there is more than anything is the bike. Honda just hasn't had a strong package in a long, long time. And no matter how many R's they keep adding to that name until they come up with an actually good bike, you can add all the R's you want, and you're not going to go further forward.
You might have a point. Yeah. Man.